Yeah.
But we all used to it, and that's very benevolent. But these same technologies essentially allow any government agency that wants to have a total view as to what we're doing. And ultimately, what I'm worried about is it could mean also control. The invisible hand could become a very visible hand.
Which is ironic because everyone talks about this as being the currency for anonymity and, transactions that are illicit and illegal. So you're saying, in fact, no, that's not the case. I mean, why is it that you're suddenly worried that everyone's going to know what you're doing with your Bitcoin instead of not know?
Well, I'm speaking mostly about credit card electronic transactions. In terms of Bitcoin,
now, what role does that play in this world then?
Right. Bitcoin, I think, is a very interesting technology. I think the transfer technology of Bitcoin is actually more interesting to me in the financial world than the actual means of transactions, because as we've seen, it's very volatile. And the first rule of a good means of transaction currency is a lack of volatility. So I think that will still remain. However, in terms of anonymity, I think the fact that the U.S. regulators and others aren't objecting to Bitcoin as much as one might think, I think they believe that it can be monitored, regulated, and certainly someone might not know a specific transaction that you're doing, but they could know that you're doing a transaction on Bitcoin.
Part of the reason Bitcoin is seeing this rise is the desire by some people to avoid this surveillance that can occur in transactions at some point. But if it does come under the purview of the U.S. government and other governments out there, it's no different then, is it?
No, and that's why I'm really worried about a cashless society. Because in a totally cashless society...
But you're a banker. I mean, it's more efficient. Right. Your profit margins are better in a cashless society, I would think, because you're able to move all your transactions electronically without human beings being involved to some degree. That's less labor involved. Yes. That's less time involved. That's more profitability for a company like yours.
So not only have the banks been in favor of this, but to a certain degree, even central banks have a positive view toward this, right, because they can create negative real interest rates, which they cannot do today. Negative nominal interest rates. It's very hard for a central bank to do that. But I think there's a big price that I think we're all prepared to pay to have economic freedom. I mean, that's the invisible hand that can go away if everything can be monitored.